Welcome to Bobcat News Network. I'm Dylan Daniels.
And I'm Thomas Gafford.
Welcome back from the holiday break. We here at Bobcat News Network hope you all had a wonderful time.
Due to 9 weeks testing, our holiday package was postponed. With that being said, we hope you enjoy.
Now on to Noah with our first segment.
It's that time of year again, the time of Christmas carols and joy across the world. For some people, this time of year is a break from work or school, but for some, it means something more.
So during winter break in my house, we celebrate Christmas and we also celebrate Festivus.
Who do I celebrate them with? With my mom and my sister and my other sister. You know, kind of a small thing really, but.
We celebrate La Befana, and it's like a witch that brings candies to the good kids. And if you're a bad kid, she will bring you cold.
With every celebration, traditions follow. Some resemble others, but most have their own uniqueness.
My dad kind of introduced me to Festivus. It originates from the TV show Seinfeld. And me and my dad would watch Seinfeld when I was in elementary, middle school. And we kind of got into it a little bit. And I've carried on the tradition at my house as an adult. And I'll hopefully pass it down to my son Banks when he grows up.
Movies is my Christmas tradition. Watching a few of the same movies every year, and then with my family, Christmas Vacation, Elf, the Rankin Bass, stop motion animation movies, stuff like that.
The holidays are a time for relaxation and family. Let's see what these students and teachers have planned for this holiday break.
I don't have any plans for the Christmas break set in stone, but I imagine we'll probably go see a Christmas parade, something we usually do, and go visit family.
I don't know if I have any plans for this winter break because it's gonna be different because my host family, they're like Jehovah's Witnesses, so they don't celebrate stuff like that while I do, so.
No, we're just gonna do the feats of strength, the traditional feats of strength. We're gonna do the typical Christmas stuff with the family, and I'm excited to get to be a part of my son's first Santa Claus experience. So that'll be fun.
What do I enjoy most? I mean, like it was nice to have a Thanksgiving break, but a Christmas break, you know, it's a whole nother week, so it's just double better. You know, my favorite thing is just chilling inside. It's, you know, there's not much else. It's cozy season.
However you plan to spend your break, all of us here at Bobcat News Network hope you all have a great holiday. Stay warm, Bobcats.
Have a great holiday season.
Those were some great holiday plans. We hope your break was as good as ours. Let's bring on the new year.
While some students were planning their holiday break, these students were hard at work making sure athletes were in top condition. Now on to Reed with our student trainers.
Everyone at Crum High School focuses on the major sports like volleyball, football, basketball, baseball, and softball, but no one focuses on what goes on behind the scenes. Our athletic trainers spend time making sure our athletes are injury-free and have all the equipment needed for their games.
I became an athletic trainer my sophomore year. I wanted to be an athletic trainer because a lot of my friends were doing it, and I really liked Mr. Poole, and I had a lot of friends that had already done it in the past, and it looked like something I'd be interested in.
I became a trainer this year, and it was because Mr. Poole, he told me about it. And then my friends do it, so I wanted to.
So I've only been an athletic trainer, technically, with the title since May. I graduated in May from the Health Science Center up at Texas Tech in Lubbock. The reason I wanted to become an athletic trainer is because I had a really bad injury my sophomore year of high school. I actually had to have bilateral knee surgery at the same time, and I was in a wheelchair for about 8 weeks. And I redeemed myself and ended up going to state for track and cross country in my senior year of high school. So I feel like I had a big redemption story, and I really loved it, and I fell in love with the process, and I want to be there for other athletes that could be in that similar situation.
Even though being a student athletic trainer is a very serious part of our sport programs, It's not all work and no play for our student athletic trainers.
The best part about being an athletic trainer, especially at a high school, is the kids. I absolutely love getting to meet kids that have the same passion for sports and athletics as I do and helping them reach those dreams.
Our student athletic training program here at Crum High School is a great gateway into the medical field and can be very beneficial for students wanting to go into the medical field later on in their life.
So some advantages of taking sports medicine in high school is it prepares you for workforce type things. So if you don't want to be an athletic trainer specifically, it does teach you some things about rehab if you're looking into physical therapy. It can show you some stuff about emergency medicine if you're looking into paramedic and going in to get a paramedic degree. As far as being a doctor and things like that, big shot medical school items, it can prepare you for the medical field and you will see traumas possibly. And if you can't handle it there, then maybe it's kind of guiding you in the right direction, or if you're all about it, it could tell you, hey, this is where you're supposed to be.
After I graduate high school, I don't see myself pursuing a career in athletic training, but I do think it's something that I'll use forever.
Even though we greatly appreciate our athletes, we should be even more grateful for all of the athletic trainers keeping them healthy and able to go and defeat other teams with Bobcat pride. As always, have a great day. This is Reed Blakeney from Bobcat News Network, signing off.
Wow, I wish they could help me out. I always feel sore after tennis practice.
Yeah. We hope these trainers start the new year off strong. Speaking of strong, this teacher has a background in both the military and law enforcement.
Many students at Crum High School tell lots of stories of one of their favorite teachers, Mr. Stout. Mr. Stout has had many things happen to him over his lifetime, and one of his first things he did was join the military.
So the military branches were first the U.S. Navy. I went into the Navy in 1973 and stayed in there until 1977. Rejoined the military in 1980, serving in the Army until 1995. I stopped serving because I had reached my retirement age and had put in my 20 years. And it was a good time.
Most people have a choice when joining the military, but Mr. Stout's options were far from ideal.
I had a choice when I went into the Navy. It was either go into the Navy or go to jail, so I chose the Navy and then found out I liked the military.
Even with Mr. Stout out of the military, he still had a great time, even coming out with a few intriguing stories.
And it's a long story, but to make it short, the military unit that I was with, we were doing some operations out in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we needed a special location to set up our satellite communications with, and the only location was the highest floor facing west that we could use at the time. And so the local police department had some connections with the, let's just say with an influential person at the MGM Grand, and I was a little bit frightened after that meeting because it was like walking into the set of Godfather.
Even after Mr. Stout left the military, he still had an idea about what he wanted to do with his future.
So this is my 2.5 year full-time teaching. Okay, I took over from Miss Hartford just prior to the pandemic in, what was that, now March of 2020, just a long time ago, right? Prior to that, I was doing long-term sub here, and I really liked it. I liked working with kids.
Although Mr. Stout has only been teaching a couple years now, most people would say his past is far more interesting. This has been Dylan Newcomb, Bobcat News Network.
Wow, he seems like an interesting character.
Yeah, what an interesting guy.
I would sure like to sit down and talk to him sometime.
This has been Dylan.
And TJ.
At Bobcat News Network, we hope you enjoy the new year. Signing off.